Boxing is easily one of the most exhilarating and thrilling sports to watch in the world. Unfortunately, it's also one of the most dangerous. Over the years, fans have been witness to quite a few terrifying moments inside the ring. One such moment happened earlier this month when South African boxer Simiso Buthelezi seemingly forgot where he was during a title fight. And today, he'll be talking about this extremely frightening and devastating incident. Let's dive in. First up, Simiso Buthelezi forgot where he was during a title fight. On June 5th, Simiso Buthelezi was locked in a bout against Siphesihle Mntungwa in Durban for the WBF African lightweight title. It was the 10th round, and Simiso looked on course to comfortably win the fight. He pushed his opponent onto the ropes, who fell through them, and the fight was paused momentarily. And when the fight restarted, something really weird and scary happened. Instead of his opponent, Simiso started walking toward the referee. After the referee got out of the way, Simiso threw a couple of punches in thin air while his opponent stood behind him, looking extremely concerned. And then, to the horror of everyone watching, he slumped onto the ropes. The referee understood the severity of the situation and called an end to the bout instantly. Simiso was looked at by his physicians before being transferred to a hospital as soon as possible. Mntungwa won the bout and the title, but the WBP understandably chose to delay the belt presentation out of respect to the other fighter. And Simiso meets a tragic end. Following this incident, boxing podcaster Tim Boxio tweeted that Simiso is currently in a stable condition and investigations are being carried out to discover what caused this frightening incident. At this point, most people thought he was out of the woods and were relieved that he was going to be okay, but sadly that's not how things turned out. On Tuesday night, the 24-year-old boxer died because of a brain injury that caused internal bleeding. Apparently, Simiso had been in an induced coma, and despite the best efforts of the doctors, he just couldn't make it. The circumstances around the boxer's death are still pretty unclear because he did not sustain any serious head blows during the fight. Also, his trainer said that he wasn't dealing with any health concerns before the fight as well. Boxing South Africa issued a statement saying that an independent medical review will be conducted and the results will be made public. They also requested members of the media to give the family space while they mourn the death of this great boxer who is exemplary both in and out of the ring. Studies have shown that traumatic injuries are actually quite common in both amateur and professional boxing. A survey carried out in 2019 revealed that on average, 13 boxers die every year due to injuries sustained in the ring. In 2020, the World Medical Association stated that boxing is different from all other sports because of the kind of injuries it causes, and it should be banned. We don't know if it can ever be banned, but something definitely needs to be done to avoid all these young and talented fighters from dying because of a sport. That's simply just not acceptable. Next, the tributes started pouring in. Soon after Simiso's tragic death was announced, the tributes started pouring in, and fans of boxing started expressing their sorrow online. One fan said that Simiso was extremely talented and watching him go out like this is simply heartbreaking. R.I.P. Simiso Buthelezi started trending on Twitter, and everyone who had known him started telling stories of the young fighter. Another fan tweeted that after this incident, they'll never be able to watch boxing ever again. They added that they refuse to support a sport that could be the cause of such devastating deaths. Shockingly, people also started hurling abuse at Mntungwa and blamed him for the incident. They claimed that the death was his fault and he should have been more careful during the fight. Others said that the referee should have realized something was wrong sooner and the fight should have been stopped before it happened. Now Mntungwa extremely bothered by the incident. Following the abuse on social media, Mntungwa addressed the situation and revealed that he was not really doing well at all. He said that he faced a lot of criticism and insults on social media when Simiso was hospitalized, and it just went to a whole different level after he passed away. Apparently, some people even called him a murderer. He expressed that he just can't take it anymore and that he's quite suicidal due to everything that's been happening. That's really sad, and we hope he gets the help he needs. Mntungwa claimed that even his neighbors posted some very ugly messages about him on social media and that he no longer feels safe. He said that he did not kill Simiso. They may have been in a boxing fight, but it was not a matter of life and death. The 27-year-old fighter's coach also said that Mntungwa is under pressure because of social media messages and added that they won't even be able to attend the funeral because of how scared they are. It's really quite sad that Mntungwa is being targeted like this. As heartbreaking as this incident is, it's really not his fault at all. And instead of abusing him, we should be supporting him as much much as possible. And that's all about Simiso Buthelezi's tragic death. Now it's time to move on to some more related news. Now in other related news, Edgar Berlanga banned for 6 months. 25-year-old American boxer Edgar Berlanga has been banned from boxing for 6 months and fined $10,000 for attempting to bite his opponent during a fight. Yes, you heard that right. During a title fight with Romer Alexis Angelo earlier this month, Edgar actually tried to bite his opponent on the left shoulder while they were in a clinch. The referee did not see the incident at the time, so the fight wasn't stopped. Edgar actually went on to win the match via unanimous decision. For some reason, he thought it would be wise to joke about the incident and said that he was about to do a Mike Tyson on his opponent, referring to the 1997 incident where Mike bit Evander Holyford's ear off. Edgar's manager, Bob Arum, said that it was a bad, intentional foul, and he can't really argue with the commission for the ban. He said that Edgar knows better, and he's got a lot of people counseling him. A day after the fight, Edgar took to Twitter to apologize for the attempted bite, as well as the Mike Tyson comment. He expressed that he got caught up in the moment and got a little ahead of himself. Thankfully, he took full responsibility for the incident and promised that he was going to work on changing his behavior. Next, Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury is set to be announced soon. YouTuber turned rapper turned professional boxer Jake Paul has already confirmed that he's fighting at Madison Square Garden on August 6th, and fans have been patiently awaiting for the announcement of his opponent. Paul's coach Danny Smith recently revealed that the 25-year-old is set to face Tommy Fury and that the announcement will be made any day now. He told the Vegas Insider that they're around 90% done with the negotiations, and now they're just waiting on Fury's end. He also claimed that Jake will win the fight because of his mentality and because he's the bigger puncher. The two were originally supposed to fight in December, but Fury had to withdraw because of a bacterial chest infection and a broken rib. Tyrone Woodley fought in his place and was knocked out by Paul in spectacular fashion. Paul's professional record may be 5-0, but many boxing fans still believe he's a fraud because he hasn't fought a so-called real boxer even once yet. Smith claimed that Paul has improved a lot since the fight with Woodley and said that the boxing world is underestimating the young fighter. If Paul somehow manages to beat Tommy Fury, he will certainly be taken more seriously by everyone. Fury has already fought professionally 8 times and hasn't lost even once. Let's see what happens. And Alexander Usyk vs. Anthony Joshua rematch confirmed. The highly anticipated rematch between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk finally has a date and a venue. Matchroom Boxing recently announced that the two will meet again on August 20th in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. AJ will be looking to reclaim the WBA, WBO, and IBF heavyweight titles after he lost to the Ukrainian in their first fight at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London last September. AJ did not take that loss lightly, and since then he's completely revamped his training setup and brought in a new set of trainers to avenge the second defeat of his pro career. We would not jump to bet on him though. Usyk is recognized as one of the sport's pound-for-pound best fighters and is undefeated in the 19 professional matches he's competed in. No matter who ends up winning, we have no doubt that it'll be an incredibly entertaining fight. Bring it on. And that's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on Simiso Buthelezi's untimely death? Please let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.